This is Mind Over Money, presented by Waymaker. Today is a bit of a PSA, public service announcement, on how fear affects our spending and our investing. So let's get right into it. To discuss this, I'm joined by Archie Franz. Hey, Archie.
G'day, Lachlan.
Hey, we've been seeing some interesting stats come out this week on inflation, around spending, and also around consumption. And you've been meeting with a lot of couples and families, and you've been noticing certain patterns when it comes to families spending. So, Archie, what's going on right now?
So what I'm noticing is that fear is one of those things that really impacts on us. And we've got a lot of fear at the moment. So people are being impacted by, the interest rates going back to where they should be, which everyone got used to, having their loan repayments really low. So, there was heaps of money to spend and free cash flow sort of thing over the last 5 years. And all of a sudden, that's been pushed up very quickly. And so that's causing fear because, our repayments have doubled for a lot of people. Then we've also got prices in the supermarket going up and all sorts of things going up. There's all this fear in the media about electricity prices, tripling. And so what I'm seeing is people talking about, I've got to get solar, I've got to get rid of the electricity bill because prices are going up. Yeah, again, all the YouTube and all the stuff out there, we're just getting inundated with all this fear.
Fear sells, right?
Yeah, it does.
That's what I learned at uni. Marketing 101, fear sells.
Yep. Yeah. And if you watch Gruen on the ABC, they're always saying the same thing, fear sells.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's part of their marketing is to bring in that fear. So what I'm seeing is there's a big difference between anyone that's in fear compared to anyone that's relaxed and calm. And so if we're relaxed and calm, we're not hitting the panic button and we're continuing to invest and we're continuing to, work with the situation. But where I'm seeing fear and the panic button, I'm seeing people really react and I'm seeing the investing stop and the spending increasing.
Yeah. A big one, and we've noticed this in the stats, is groceries. Grocery spending has been going up. But not just the price of food, but the actual amount that people are spending at the groceries has gone up.
Yeah.
So again, coming back to that marketing story, I've noticed some marketing tricks around half price sales, buy two and save, all the classic tricks are coming out. And on that half price stuff, I've noticed these prices go up, and then they do a half price sale. And it's questionable whether that thing is actually half price or whether they've inflated the price and then trimmed it back. And the buy two and save, do you really need two of that item?
Yeah.
Do I need two shampoos? Probably not. Not right now. So, yeah, there are a lot of tricks by these big supermarkets, and that's just to get people to spend more money.
Yeah. And if we look at the different supermarkets and the different ways to shop out there, what I'm noticing again is people who are going to Aldi, people who are going to IGA, or the local supermarket like a Beatros Brothers that we have in Toowoomba, they're not spending all the money. I haven't seen their grocery prices increasing or their grocery spend increasing. And that's because we're using our Waymaker tool to assess, where people are at. And so it gives us really good stats on how we're going with our spend in comparison to our income. So we don't want to compare ourselves against other people. We want to actually compare ourselves against our income. So how are we performing, in regards to our income and our situation? And are we achieving what we set out to achieve?
I love that. If there's any time to have a good list for your grocery shopping, now is the time. Create the list and go and get what's on the list. I'm also loving going to the markets and picking up fresh fruit and veggie at the markets. That's still really affordable, really cheap to get good quality fresh fruit and veggies. And the markets is fun. You grab a coffee, grab some flowers, meet some people.
And that was a stat that came out just recently where there's so much fresh fruit and veggies now, but people have stopped buying them because when they got expensive, people stopped buying. And people still haven't come back into buying all these cheap fruit and veggies that are available now because the season has changed. With the change of season, driving through the Lockyer Valley the other day, there's just so much. The small crops are just flourishing because of the season that we're in. So that means heaps of really good fruit and veggies coming on the market at a good price.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. So every season really is about change, just like how the weather changes, that affects what the crops, how well they're growing, that affects food prices. But in our own life, every season has its own change and opportunities. And it's just really about how we can adapt to that change and see those opportunities around us to take advantage of.
Yeah. My background has been in farming. And so I love talking about farming. That's why we're talking about what's happening in the Lachlan Valley at the moment. But also, when seasons change, if you think about a farmer with 100 head of cattle, got a good season, and he sees those, or she sees those cattle grow really well, looking fantastic, but then the season changes, and the next season could be a drought. So the property's not going to be able to handle 100 head of cattle. So you've got to be able to change. That's what we're talking about here is let's not panic. Let's not go down the fear path that everyone's trying to drive us into. And, let's look at our situation and understand our situation so that we can get rid of the fear and then start to change things to suit our season and our situation.
Yeah. One of the big things that's made people hit the panic button is interest rates going up. And so people are seeing their mortgages double, which can trigger that real fight or flight response when you see all your surplus disappear into mortgage repayments.
Yeah.
What's your advice there, Archie? How people can adapt to that?
Well, look, it was a short-term surplus that the government created by dropping interest rates to push money into the economy. And now what they're doing is they've jacked up the interest rates back to where they should be to manage inflation, to get inflation to come back down because things took off inflation-wise. And they're not needing that surplus money in the market, like in the economy anymore. So they're pulling that surplus money back out again to get that inflation back down, to stop people spending. But of course, we don't always work the way the government wants us to. So the panic is driving people to borrow money, spend money. Which is going to work against what the government wants as well until things settle out again.
Yep.
Yeah.
Another thing I've noticed lately, when we think about that fight or flight response and also just the stress that comes with fear, I've noticed a big surge in takeaway food and takeaway food advertising. And I think they know this is the time to run the ads. Because we've got this stress, this fear, this busyness of life, especially in the cities. And so people are more mentally fatigued at the end of the day. They're driving home, they hear that ad for KFC and they go, oh, you beauty, I'm going to pop in and grab some dinner. It's very well timed. Archie, what have you noticed with this big increase lately in takeaway spending and how is that affecting people's finances, their surplus, but also their health?
Yeah, so we've got that's an increase in the overall food bill actually. So we've got the groceries going up because of marketing. And the supermarket's doing a great job of getting us to spend more. And then we've got this takeaway thing happening as well. And, these big value meal deals that they're doing that cost a fortune. So, if you add it up over a week, there's a lot of money disappearing into something that you may not even value.
Yeah, easily $100 can disappear. Yeah.
Oh, easy. Yeah. Yep. Oh, look, I've seen budgets increase by $300 a week on takeaway and groceries. In some families, $300-400 a week. And that's a lot of money. That's 15-20 grand over a year. And that can be all of your surplus that's meant to be going into investing is now disappearing into these other areas.
Or paying off your home loan and saving hundreds of thousands of dollars in interest.
Oh, yes. Yeah. And look, that's the good thing about the interest rates going back to where they should be is that there's now this very big interest savings to be made by paying your house off really quick. So whatever your loan is, if your loan's $500,000, you can save $500,000 in interest by paying it off quickly. So you've got this massive incentive now to get in and pay your home off, which we didn't have when the interest rates were low. Interest rates were low. It's like, you beauty, let's spend the money. but because we had all this surplus money. But now you got to really look at the season and reevaluate again. with that takeaway food scenario that we're just looking at, that one is the only way to evaluate that is to look at our values. What do we value as a family? Like, what do we value around our finances? Where do we want to be in 5-10 years' time, and start to, put some boundaries on our thinking.
I like that. Boundaries on the brain.
Yeah. Yeah. Because when we're breaking our values, that drives more fear. That actually really upsets us and drives more fear because we're breaking our values. So it's really good to spend some time meeting up with someone like a Waymaker advocate and working through your values, working through your current situation.
Yeah.
And setting some things in place that can help you get out of fear and get back into being in control again.
Yeah, because psychologists will tell you that fear shuts down your ability to process things logically. And if there's anything we need to be logical about for our survival and thrival, it is our money, it's our cash flow, it's our finances. And so, yeah, we've got to stop fear taking a hold of that.
Yeah. Did you just make up a new word? Thrival?
I was just thinking surviving, striving, survival, thrival. Is that a word? Is that a word?
No, I don't think so.
Go Google it. It is. I'll add it. So that's our encouragement for you today. This is a nice short episode. We just wanted to put out this bit of a PSA, public service announcement to say, hey guys, don't hit the panic button. But if you have hit the panic button, breathe out, have a laugh.
Yep.
Welcome to the club. Let's find a new way forward. Yeah.
Yeah. We are human beings and we all face the same issues.
Yeah.
And the good thing about what we do to help with our members is we are seeing the same things over and over. And we ourselves, you and I, we're human beings as well. So we all face the same fears, the same issues around money and how we cope with that. So we've got some really good resources because we can see what's working, we can see how people are changing, and we can help you with that.
And sometimes it's good to know that you're not the only one.
Yeah.
We can say, just tap on the shoulder and be like, it's okay, welcome to the club.
Yeah.
Let's find a way forward. Yeah, this is not new.
Yeah, that's right.
Awesome, guys. Hey, thanks for listening to this week's episode, and we'll talk to you again soon. Thanks, Archie.
Thanks, Lachlan. Thanks, everyone.
And remember, this is not financial advice. See ya.